Hey y'all, it's 4-ish time. Time for Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Galleries Facebook Live. And we are starting today. We had a Mother's Day table, so we have Father's Day coming up, so we figure that Daddy needs a drink also. Father's Day is June 20th, and we have an assortment of things we thought might be nice for fathers, for dads. We'll start up here. We have a conch shell, which is $190. Oh, if you want one of these, all you do is in your comment section, there's a number corresponding to it. Just say, I want number 1, and it's yours. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4 are marbles. They're really cool. These got dichroic inside. Nice little kind of world thing going on. And the medium marbles are $120, and they come with the stand. And then we have this small marble here, number 5, which is kind of cool because we got these new stands for these, which are like planets, you know, or an atlas or something. So the small marble with the stand is $99. And then for drinks for Daddy, we have these tumblers, 2 pairs. They're $45 each. That would make $90 if you want the pair. And then we have Dizzy on the Rocks glasses, and those are $42 each. And we have pairs also if you want pairs of those. Alrighty, so that is our Father's Day assortment. And so, hello, I'm Mark. I am the owner here along with my wife Brenda, and Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery is coming to you from beautiful downtown historic Algiers Point, New Orleans, Louisiana. The cough behind the the camera is Darcy, who's having a rough time. Go grab your water.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Something got in my throat. Sorry, guys.
All right. So today what we're making is we are making a flat petal vase. That didn't work, did it? So flat petal vase, and we're doing it in. Go get your water again. We're gonna lose Darcy in a second here, folks.
I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry.
Keep going. She's a trooper, folks. So we're doing the flat petal vase in Darcy's favorite array of colors, which is purple and purple and purple. Are we not on?
No, we've got people on.
Go upstairs for a minute.
We have the relief pitcher in. Brenda is here to save the day while Darcy tries not to choke. So anyway, the flat petal vase is going to be 3 layers, so 3 gathers. First 2 layers are going to have colored powder on them, and the last layer will have the chips. So that there will be 3 layers of colors instead of casing the colors at the end. Just different effect. Let's see. If you are new here, welcome. You know, guys, we are very, 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 very close to having 1,000 followers on on Instagram. Thank you. We're almost 1,000 on Instagram, and it's just a goal. So we're only a few short. I think we're up to 997 last time I checked. So if you're not a follower on Instagram of ours, please do. We might be putting some different content on there, so you'd be privy to that before everybody else. And if you're new, please, in the comment section, just put in that you're new, say hello, where you're from, and join us. We have a great group of people who follow us every week, or almost every week, and we'd love to have you join us. So the way these are set up is it's just kind of talking, informal talking through a piece. I'll tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and if you have any questions, put them in a comment, and either Brenda or Darcy will answer you. will relay the question to me, and I will answer you the best that I can.
All right, we have one question already.
Already?
Are y'all doing blow your own classes? Because it was so much fun when she did it. Megan Perrone.
Okay, so we are, but not now. It is freaking hot in here. Okay, so we don't usually do the blow your own during the summer. We usually take them off because it's hot in here and it's uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable for guests to come in and do it. So we will start doing them again in September, and we'll announce the sessions in August.
Better.
So.
All right, I'm going to give it back to Darcy, and I'm going to say hi to everybody before I leave.
Hi and bye.
Hi and bye.
Thank you.
All right, Darcy's back.
Sorry about that.
Yes, the blow your owns. I mean, we love doing them, but it's not a whole lot of fun when everybody's just sweating and suffering. We're able to sweat and suffer during the summer, making the blast, but having guests come in, we want to have the most optimum experience for them, and sweating in a 110-degree studio is not a thing. So, Megan, we will do them starting in September, and we're really glad to get back to it. All right, so we will start on the Petal mix. As always, hydrating.
Yes. Sorry, I had to take a hit off my inhaler there for a second. And yeah, it may be a bit too much pollen. I don't know. But that means I'm gonna get a little juice here in a minute.
All right, so we're gonna go over and get our first layer. So this is my furnace. Inside my furnace is a ceramic bowl called the crucible, and the crucible can hold up to 400 pounds of molten glass. It's 2,050 degrees in there all the time, so the glass stays a liquid, it stays molten. Blow pipe, stainless steel, same type of tool that glass blowers have been using for over 2,000 years, just using different substances to make the blow pipe. So I'm getting what's called my first gather. And so the gathers in different layers will just build up to make the piece. So we're going to go over and put some clear color glass on this. And we're going to roll right into the purple powder. So I'm using powders because I like the background color to be more solid, and if I use chips, it becomes more mottled. So I'm going to put 2 layers of powder on this layer, and then 2 layers of powder on the layer on top of this. This builds a little more depth.
So Megan did say, in answer to your explanation on the blow your own, she said, "Awesome, see y'all in fall."
Good. Yeah, I think I have the feeling we get so many calls. We get calls every day, people asking if we're doing them again. And I think once the announcement is made, they're going to fill up really quickly.
Yeah. I've had people calling and asking, and almost everybody who comes in asks, so.
So the first people to get the announcement will be people on our email list. The second people will be Facebook. And then it's open up to the general public after that. Who aren't followers on Facebook or Instagram or on our email list. So if you're not on any of those, well, I guess you're on Facebook because you're here. But anyway, if you want to be early, your email would be nice. I'm blowing it to the end. I'm doing what's called a air trap. I'm blowing in the end, and I have my finger covered over it. When the cold air hits the hot glass, it heats up and expands. And because my finger's on the end, it can't go anywhere except push against the soft glass. You see it start to make a bubble right here. So that's the inside of my glass. It's the bubble. And the outside, of course, you're seeing. And one fair-sized bubble in the start.
So Jen Gomez said, "Hi, Rosie."
Jen Gomez, hello. I didn't know Jen. I didn't know you watched this. And here you are.
Shaw said, "Psst, Darcy, tomorrow is key lime glazed donut day at Krispy Kreme."
Oh, Lord.
And let me tell you a secret, Shaw. I pre-ordered and it should be at my house when I get off of work tomorrow. I'm not. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry.
I love donuts. I cannot help it.
I'm sure Krispy Kreme has like a donut of the month kind of thing.
Ah. They did strawberry glazed a little while back.
Anyway, back to glass. I'm waiting for the color to disappear, and it's pretty much gone. That tells me that this is hard enough to gather on top and not distort from the heat that the second gather is going to put onto the purse.
All right, I'm gonna grab the ice pack real quick while you get another gather.
So this is my second gather.
It's a little warm in here today.
And we are going to roll into the powder. Do a couple coatings of the powder on the gather. The thing about the powder is when you just use powder, the glass is so hot it heats it up and melts it in. You get a nice layer, nice thick layer on the whole piece. So I'm going to heat this up and get another layer.
Oh, Barry said, "Mark is glistening." I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
It's freaking hot here.
It's warm. It's quite warm today. My glasses keep slipping.
We haven't seen. If you were here last summer,
That's true.
It was the same thing. We have some fans that I didn't put on today. I got to set up on the floor just to move the air a little bit more. And yes, I am glistening. I'm working my ass off today.
I'm glistening too, and I'm not working my ass
But
off
you work in
today.
the air conditioning.
I know. I love my desk.
Okay, so I'm melting the powder in again, and I'm going to expand that inside bubble. And kind of place it where I want by heating sections and cooling sections so that the bubble is placed strategically for the next gather. You see it's bolting out right here, so I'm going to cool that off with this steel table and blow again, and it's going to go a little bit past that, because that's what I want. So we're going to let this cool off now and get our final gather. Always have to keep spinning it, turning it.
Jen said, "Rosie shines like a diamond."
Hey, it's a song, I think. Like out of the song.
Well put, though.
Diamond in the rough, something.
Well, I don't know if everybody realizes that most glass places out here stop blowing for the summer. And you guys are the hardcore ones that all year round.
Well, we have businesses that depend on us supplying them with glass all year round, so we make glass for them all year round.
Yep. Tracy said, "Hello, Rosetree."
Tracy, she's out in the Badlands, if I'm not mistaken.
She did. She just said, "From the Badlands."
Yeah. And Barry can break out the song if you'd like. Yes, Tracy is posting pictures from her RV in the Badlands.
That is awesome.
So this is cool enough to get my final gather and use the marver to shape the gather and then put on the chips.
Barry said you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear him singing.
So that's my third layer, third gather.
Woo.
I'm using the table, and then I'm going to roll through the chips.
Now I like these vases.
You like what?
I like these vases, the flat ones. I think they're pretty. But I've never seen one.
In process.
No, I think I've seen them in process. I don't think I've seen one without the.
That's it.
Yes.
One gallery, and we're doing a gallery that wants them this way, and so we'll accommodate people to a degree.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what it's going to look like.
Be more shiny.
Barry said that's a heavy sucker.
It's starting a bit, yes. I've been doing it all day. Heavy stuff.
Tracy said she's on mountain time, but she still made the show.
So she's an hour, she's just done with the nap. Or I would be just done with the nap. Okay, so that's 2 layers of the color. And then I'm going to keep those in, smooth them out. Always turning, because if I stop turning, gravity will take over. It'll become a pretty mess. A mess nonetheless. Smoothing those in. I want a little more compact shape when I do the feathering, just so the feathers aren't as long to pull. I can elongate it and stretch it out later. I want a little bit more compact right now. Only a certain amount of time outside of the reheating chamber for the glasses. Too hard to manipulate. The reheating chamber stays on only when we're here, and it's about 2200 degrees or so. And I'm going to actually heat up again and get my final 2 poles going up. So there's an internal clock in my head. I'm just counting all the time. Also looking and seeing how, when I switch directions, how much movement there is in the glass. And that'll tell me how soft it is.
Barry said some really long pools.
Yes. That's why I wanted it a little bit more compact. Darcy, did you know that Barry is going to come down for a visit?
I heard.
Barry and Nancy are coming down to visit. We'll have guest stars on the lives.
The whole studio is all a titter.
We are, aren't we?
Well, Brenda told me, and we were both excited, so.
I'm going to heat this up again. bowl in the opposite direction. And with these vases, the pulls go all the way to the bottom. Heat up a little bit more. And then I'm going to cut it so all the points go to the middle of the piece. And then I'm going to heat it up, smooth it out. So if you heat up the piece at the right time, the reheats are shorter and not as hard. If you take a long time outside of the reheating chamber, your reheats are a lot longer. So you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. As I say. You know, when working on the piece is actually doing enough to warrant being out of the heat, or not enough and just have to be going back and forth and back and forth. Alright, so that's the initial shape that I want. And then I'm going to start blowing again after I heat to expand that bubble that's on the inside still. So they're trapping in. You can see where the bubble is pushing out.
Jen said, thanks for the earworm, and started singing, you gotta know when to hold 'em.
I was thinking of Jen the other day when I heard an earworm, a Neil Diamond earworm.
Oh, no.
And it goes, bum, bum, bum. You can know what it is. So I'm going to blow out my jack line a little bit. I'm going to put in a jack line now, which is a line that we're going to put in to take it off the pipe eventually, but I have to put it in now so that, because I have access to it now, and the heat is good up here. As we go further along with the piece, it's harder to heat that part up to put the jack line in.
Now, if we want to talk about earworms, we could talk about how you...
No. I know exactly what you thought.
Well,
Corey's not here, is he?
we can't leave him hanging now.
Corey here?
I don't think so. Corey, if you're here, let us know.
Okay. It's thank you in another language. And there's a song, it's a song involved. How about that? So as this gets, the bubble blows bigger and the piece gets thinner, the heats are quicker. Is Geraldine on here? Dairy Lynn on
I
also?
don't think so.
Well, she would know also.
Yeah, she would. Because I did actually tell her about how you got stuck on it.
She messaged me pictures of him singing it.
Yes.
So I'm going to heat this up, and Christy's not here either. She's going to miss a swing or two.
Oh. Barry said, I see rhinestones. Did he do rhinestones? Jen's got it.
Did I spell it?
Oh, she spelled it correctly, yes.
So evidently, Mr. Newton has a pool table that has glass legs on it, and somebody broke one of the legs, and got in touch with the quarry. Got in touch with Jerry Lynn, got in touch with us, without somebody doing the work on it.
And then that led to the
And
rest
that
of
led
us.
to us singing that song all day long. All right, so I'm using centrifugal force to swing the piece out and make it longer. It's a pretty long piece, it's 12 inches long. Jen Gomez knows her Vegas acts, I know that.
Barry said, poor Christy.
She missed a big swinger.
Yep.
But Christy is, they open the office up again. She works as a veterinarian. And they open the office back up again, so I don't know if she can watch while she's working.
Aw.
Amazing what you find on Facebook. I know little snippets about lots of people. Be careful what you post.
This is why I'm not friends with him on Facebook.
I'm just going to add a little bit more air in it.
Jen said Neil Diamond is not a Vegas act. Crackling Rosie.
I did not say he was. I say you need to know who Wayne Newton was. All right. So Neil Diamond is not doing anything right now. He's retired. So I'm going to mark this where I want it flattened. Let's try that. And we're going to go to the cork board. Flat.
Cork board.
You can step back a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh, we got sparks and flames right off the bat. Ooh. Now that's a show, yo.
So I'm going to flatten this again and do that one more time. I gotta make sure the foot is flat though. So if it's not flat, it doesn't stand up. I'm gonna heat it up, flatten it one more time on the pad.
Barry said that was a good one.
Next one will be Sparky too.
Woohoo!
end of a steel rod. I'm going to attach it to the bottom, cut it off at my jack line, and transfer the piece from the pipe to the punty. Yes, I'm whistling Donda.
So Barry said it's already beautiful. And then Cryer's back road, something it cuts off, I'm sorry, said solitary man done better by the radiators.
I can see that. But neodymium is plastically finer. Alright, I'm going to hang that up and go get my punty, and then I'll be back.
All right. I'm going out.
So a little bit of glass on and shake that. Get the temperature right. And release on the punty.
Ah, Cherie made it. She said pretty.
Sticking it right in the center. And then I'm going to use this file with some mortar on it to cut on my jack line, and hopefully that's where it separates from the pipe.
I hope Shaw can hear the sizzle.
Sizzle stop. And then just go back in the preheat chamber. So the first reheat is always the longest because you have to heat up the part that was coldest where it broke off. And you have to continually heat up the punty because if that gets too hard and solid, it can snap off. So we don't want it to do that now.
Cherie said she got in just in time to see the last bit of magic there. And it looks like Shaw did get the sizzle, so we're good on that.
Playboy. So this has a little bit longer to go. I'm also looking at the edge and seeing if when I change direction, if it starts to move a little bit. That'll tell me how hot it is.
From a certain angle, it looks like you're roasting a hot dog.
See, it's got a little bit of color at the lip. And I'm going to trim the lip a tiny bit. All back up again and work on the shape of the lip. Always reheating the punty. Keep it stuck on. And then coming back and just hard heating the lip. shining the lip a little bit. I'm going to heat it up again and flatten it a little bit more so it follows the shape of the piece.
Hoping I'm not shaking too much for everybody today. I had to use my inhaler and now I'm all like wired.
So there's a cork paddle. Actually, not looking too shabby. All right. So I'm going to cool the lip off a little bit before I take it off the puntee. Try to even off the heat.
Oh, I knew Cherie would understand me. She said, I hate inhaler shakes. Yep, they're fun. Ken Cryer said, hey, brah, ready for them crab cakes next week? I don't know if that was for you or somebody else. Oh, yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Unless he's pointing out something for me that I don't know of.
Oh.
All right, so that's the piece, and if the punty's put on correctly, tap on the end, we'll take it off, and I'm going to use this torch to fire polish the sharp edges of the piece where it broke off.
Yes, that was for Barry.
I thought so. I think he's stopping in Maryland on his way down to New Orleans.
Nice.
The oven is called an annealing oven, and the annealing oven is 920 degrees or so. And what happens is the piece stays in there and cools off relatively. Cools off from 920 down to room temperature in about 16 hours or so. And then you can touch it in room temperature. So, one last look over the table over here.
Thanks, Cherie. Jen said, why did you burn the gloves?
Heated the gloves up. So if I put a cold glove on there, touching a hot piece with a cold glove can crack it. Change the temperature thing. All right, our Father's Day little setup. Again, Father's Day is June 20th, and Daddy always needs a drink. Number one, we have the conch shell.
190.
That's $190. Number two is a medium marble on a stand. So we have 2, 3, and 4. Our medium marbles are $120 with the little stands. The small marble with the stand, which is really cute, is $99. The tumblers are $45 each. The Dizzy Rocks glasses are $42 each. All right. Schwitzing here.
Yep.
That's today's Facebook Live. I hope that you guys are getting out and starting to patronize the small businesses that really need your dollars and support. And always, we want to thank you for your support here. We can't do it without our customers and our friends. So if you want a glass from us, you can find us at www.rosetreegallery.com. On Facebook, we are Rosetree Blown Glass. On Instagram, we are Rosetree Glass Gallery. And all of these are on our YouTube channel, which is Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery. All right. Another week gone. We're done with May. crazy. Hope you all have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Have some barbecue or whatever. Remember what the day is for. As always, take care of one another, love one another. We'll see you here on Tuesday. Dankeschön.